Hey y'all. So I want to talk about everybody's favorite manifestation topic. And while I do have more compassion and empathy for this subject, I genuinely do feel like I might still have some unpopular opinions in regards to the subject. So I guess we're gonna see, right? So it's gonna be all about specific people. And the reason why I can generalize this and say it's all about specific people is because it's all about you, right? Once again, it's all about who you're being. I understand though, and I think I'm going to do a separate video on this. I do believe that specific person manifestation and soulmate manifestation is different. And that to me is the simple fact, because when you're manifesting a specific person, you may feel like they're your soulmate. However, I just never have liked the whole specific person journey in manifesting. Like, I don't really believe in affirming for a person like he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. Like, I have never been a fan of that. I've never been a fan of the fucking, like, what is it? You whisper under a fucking pillow or some fuck shit. I've never been a fan of that. The old method is awesome, but you can literally do the old method for yourself. Literally for yourself. And I'd rather do that because, I mean, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing outside of you. And so the specific person journey in manifestation has gone so horribly wrong for years. And people get so distracted because they lose a sense of self. They literally will lose themselves in focusing so heavily on a relationship or a person when really that's what got you in this predicament in the first place. You have to completely detach and center on self. And the reason why I say that this is different from a soulmate, because your soulmate, there's gotta be a part of you that will know and trust that you are good with or without them. Soulmate manifesting versus specific person, there's a sense of knowing, and there's a sense of even like spiritual guidance, like higher self guidance when it comes to your soulmate, when it comes to your person, who you are, quantumly entangled with. And there's a sense of peace there that you're going to feel when you're away from them, because you're never going to feel a sense of lack with your soulmate because they're your literal soulmate. So whether you are next to them or not, you're not worried about it. And also too, your higher self will like guide you back to your soulmate one way or another. You're never truly separate. And this should be the vibe for a specific person, because you should never feel a sense of lack anyway. I'm of the belief that lack does not exist, because it literally doesn't. It's a fucking limiting belief that society places on us to fucking keep us stuck, and I hate it. And if you're a person that didn't grow up with much, well, then that just reinforces those beliefs, and you just get stuck in your own rut, right? But you have to rewire and reprogram your brain to think against that, and trust and abundance and wealth and all that. But it really all just comes down to you, and what you believe about self, what you believe about others. How do you believe people show up for you? Do you have limiting beliefs about men? I'm going to kind of expose myself here, because I'm a person to where I used to make limiting belief content centered around men, and I have really tried my best to stop that. And even now when I talk about relationships, I try to not talk about men or whatever as often, because I wasn't really trying to cater to a collective limiting belief about men. It was very subconscious me doing this. I had my own frustrations, I had my own things, and because I'm a woman, I see women all the time, whether in friend groups or family groups, or even of course social media, or even different interactions, where women are like going through it with men, and it like would piss me off. But like, I didn't realize that by feeding into those collective beliefs, I was also adding to the problem. And I wasn't necessarily even redirecting women's focus back to themselves. So where I have made, videos, and I'm trying to like say, hey, always believe in yourself, always put self first, always, continue your level up regardless of who's around you. Like, I'll push those type of messages now. But things that are just kind of like shitting on men, like, I've really strayed away from that, because I truly not feel like I not only have outgrown it, but a lot of it I don't believe, because of how rapidly my reality, like my 3D, and just like my reflection, my whole mirror of my life has changed as I've worked on myself. And now that I understand and I can see a lot clearer now how I used to operate, especially when I was like dwelling in that like old self concept, it's like, wow, I can never really go back to like hating and shitting on men again, because it was all just a reflection of me. And that's just really honest, right? And so that's why when it comes down to manifesting a specific person, it really is true what they say. Once you start doing the self-concept work, once you start elevating, once you start truly loving yourself, once you start truly feeling like you are enough, putting yourself first, maybe, reprogramming or rewiring your brain to get some healthier beliefs about men or people in your life, whether you need a sleep tape. I mean, Dylan has plenty of these, like the princess treatment one, or even the wifey one. I love that. Oh, I love the wifey one. I still sleep to it, because girl, period. I still love it. Like, once you do this work, everything and everyone changes as you change. For all the Neville Goddard fans and all the whatever people, you have to truly be and embody the change. And I'm talking about embody it, not just, start to believe what you're hearing, or start to believe, more positive things about yourself, but be the walking embodiment of it. Meaning, when you start doing this work and you're interacting with people, who the fuck are you being? Okay? Are you like checking their fucking, I swear to God, if I hear one more person, I swear, if I hear one more person hit me up talking about I checked his Facebook, honey, I might have to pull up on you. And I'm gonna pull up on you with love and intent, because I can't. Are you checking up on his Facebook? Are you like fucking checking your email? Are you like desperately waiting for a text? Are you like pissed off that he didn't call? Who are you being? Because the higher, elevated, loving, amazing version of yourself wouldn't give a fuck about any of that. And like, I get frustrated because I used to operate this way, as well. But like, I also, like, I hate to see other women go through it, because like, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but we're putting ourselves through it. We're doing it to ourselves. We have these limiting beliefs that are perpetuating in our relationships. We have these fears, doubts. We have this sense of lack, not only within a relationship, but in regards to ourselves. We feel like we're lacking inside. And so we're seeking outwardly for someone to fulfill us. And it's just going all wrong. Your self-fulfillment comes from within. Your self-love, your self-worth, your everything comes from within. And somebody who truly loves themselves would not give a fuck about a damn text, a call, or even a damn Facebook post from this dude. Okay, like, let's just go ahead and keep it a buck. Because if you are so busy and if you are so consumed with loving yourself, you're going to be naturally busy. Also, you're not going to worry about anything, because you're going to be of the mindset and of the belief and of the embodiment that you already recognize that your reality is only ever reflecting you on a day-to-day basis. So why the fuck would you have fears, doubts, anger, in regards to anything to do with you? Everyone is a reflection of us. Everyone is us pushed out. They are, okay? Life and our reality is a mirror, directly reflecting everything that we believe, fear, assume, know, trust. it's reflecting it all back to us all day long. And if you happen to get a negative reflection, hence maybe a horrible relationship, or a horrible interaction, or whatever it is a signal, a huge, it's like that's actually the red flag right there for you to go within and adjust self. There's something that you like are struggling with, whether it's a limiting belief, it's just something there that you need to address within yourself. And when you do, I promise you, you will be better for it. There is never a need to worry about attracting in your specific person or even your soulmate, because the minute you change, everyone changes. People come out the woodwork. Men come out the woodwork. Exes come out the woodwork, okay? You don't have to, you literally don't have to do anything. Your exes from years ago will be like, hey, do you remember me? We used to da 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 da. And you'll be like, okay, yeah, but I'm kind of like over it, right? People who you used to be with will change, and they will kind of change their behavior around you. You might even get those exes that are like, oh, well, whatever happened to us, I hope you know that I always loved you and I always cared about you. Girl, especially them exes that you're still kind of like friends with or cool with, girl, they get all up in their feelings about you all over again. It's a very, interesting to witness, but there's nothing for you to do, let alone a specific person, let alone your soulmate, because when you have that trust and understanding and that knowing and that comfort within self, they're going to reflect it. So let's say it's your soulmate who you know that this is your soulmate. Maybe you all have been apart for years, probably even no contact, but when you get back together, it's like nothing happened. And that peace, that harmony, that unison, that all of that, the love is still there. The abundant like passion is still there, like it never left, because you are stable in that sense of self, to where you are attracting that stable, consistent, healthy, beautiful love. Okay? And if you are playing the field, girly, because you're enjoying your reflection in multiple ways, hey, I ain't mad at you. Okay, it's really beautiful out here. It's amazing on this side. Keep your options open, okay? You ain't gotta be tied down if you don't want to be, right? But you're not going to have to worry about it. You know, when I started getting heavy in this work, heavy, like even when I first started, I started noticing an immediate change in my relationships, and things have only gotten better and better. Like, yes, things happen here and there. I understand that everyone is only reflecting me. So even when really bad things have gone wrong, at the end of the day, I sit and I take the accountability for it, and I go back and I understand what I learned, how I learned it, and I honestly, to be honest, I rewrite the story for my own peace, for my own sake. I have the ability to look at my life and say, hey, these relationships might not have played out. These things may have happened, X, Y, and Z, bop, bop, bop. I understand that this person was reflecting me, whether it was reflecting the worst version of myself, or just a very wounded version of myself, or even fucking reflecting the best version of myself. I understand that, but I'm going to rewrite this by giving it to myself first. So I don't really even care. Like, I am able to detach from old stories. I'm able to detach from old cycles. I'm able to detach from old versions of people. Honey, I won't even argue with you, child. I don't even entertain it, right? And I will let it play out, because at the end of the day, it's just an old reflection phasing out. It has a right to exist in the quantum field, so you don't have to worry about that. But do trust that even as that old story and as that old version plays out, there will be a new elevated version of the person that and they will come through and reflect your new elevated self-concept. They have to, because our life is a mirror. It's constantly reflecting us, regardless of who we've known in our past, present, and future. Okay? I think that people get hung up, and I get it. Like, if you're heartbroken, I get it. If you feel like you've had a really rough patch on love, but even if you feel these emotions, that's still a sign to go within and fix it within self. Because if you truly love yourself, you can never be lacking in love. If you truly embody love, you're never going to feel it separate from you. Because the thing is, if you're lacking in love and if you feel like you're separate from love, then that means you lack it within. How the hell are you supposed to love your partner fully if you can't love yourself? And I know that this is such a cliche statement, but it goes so much deeper than what I think, the general consensus and understanding is, which is why even I'm talking about it. As a person that's always been very attractive, as a person that's always been like very like vivacious and like, bubbly and everything, honey, I attract. I've never had an issue with attracting. Like I attract like goddamn, like honey, I am honey to the bees, all right? Child, please. But it's all about who I'm being as I'm attracting and who I'm attracting to me that I've had to really work on. Because as a person that's always kind of attracted a lot of people to me, trust, I have not made the best choices. And it's taking me this long to really work on it and nip it in the bud and feel whole within self for like one of the first times in my entire life. And it's amazing because having this sense of inner fulfillment, I'm able to not only have that within myself and give that to myself daily, but now I'm able to give that sense of fulfillment to like my child and even my future children. And it gives me so much peace in knowing that like my kids aren't going to grow up lacking in self-worth or self-love or self-value because they'll have a parent who can display that effortlessly and instill that in them so they don't go out here trying to fucking, I don't know, whisper in their pillow and affirm and all this bullshit for another person outside of them. That don't make no sense. It's never about anything outside of you. There's nothing outside of us. It's only the reflection. Good, bad, in between. That's all there is. We are all there is. You are all there is. I am all there is. In my reality, I'm the goddess. I am the center of my reality. Period. And so my reality acts as such. And I would have it no such way. You know what I'm saying? No other way. But I don't like how people get so wrapped up in relationships. And it's like, I think a part of me comes from saying that I don't like it because I used to be there and I used to fall for those traps of thinking that it was happening outside of me. I used to have the opposite mindset to where, oh, well, this person's so horrible, this person's so whatever. And regardless of how true that might have felt or even reflected in my reality, I would still have moments of going within and blaming myself and being so mean to myself when things wouldn't work out. So it's like, once again, who am I being? Who was I being? Was I being someone who was fulfilled in love? Was I being someone who already loved myself? Because if I was, I wouldn't have been so horribly mean, borderline abusive to myself the way I used to speak to myself in my old self-concept. I mean, you guys saw that video. So it's like when you work on these things and when you change it, I promise you it changes. Because even as, I date and everything, my dates are so much different now. I haven't gone like, girl, I'm going on like the mature, like the big girl dates. You know what I'm saying? Like girl, they trying to hurry up and wife me down. And I'm just like, whew, taking my time as I should. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that my self-concept is being reflected, but I don't ever want to rush into anything again because I feel lack. I don't ever want to, hurt myself again because I didn't take the amount of time, that I needed to get to know the person and really see, the reflection and really, invest in the relationship. And then most importantly, like I have a child and I want more kids. So I have to make sure that everything I do is right. And there's nothing more important than that to me, especially not another man. Myself and my child are like the top priority. So it's like I can't necessarily relate to, affirming anything, like he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. Like I can't relate to doing the pillow talk method or the whisper method or some shit. I don't know, dude. It's so many methods. And hey, if you believe it works, that's the thing. It's going to manifest for you because you believe it. But there's nothing more truer than self-concept. There's really nothing outside of self. You will never see such results until you really do the self-concept, the mindfulness, and the mindset work. And that's just on period. And when people start to naturally reflect that change and that growth, you'll understand what I'm saying in this video, because I had to witness it firsthand for myself as well. So don't get so wrapped up in your specific person or your soulmate to where you lose self all over again, because you don't want to just keep going in cycles, right? So let me know what you all thought about this video. I might make a video like about soulmates and how that's like different. And yeah, you guys just go ahead and let me know what you all thought, and I'll see y'all in the next one.